Hiya! And as long as I've not been possessed or body swapped, it's me, your pal, Peas. And today I'm going to be talking about a 2013 independent YouTube film called They Are Monsters. Now, with this being the first film I'm going to talk about on this channel, I wanted to go with something that I've never seen before. Do you know, in hindsight, I wish I didn't pick this one, as there are currently a whole load of horror films out there that I haven't seen before, which I know are better than this piece of shit. Anyway, I was inspired by some Reddit idiot who commented about this film being incredible and that it was really, really scary. Then a bunch of other people jumped on the back of the post in response, agreeing. Well, all of these positive comments gave my intrigue a boner, and so I just had to check it out. And off I went to the hole in the universe that we call YouTube. A place that's now saturated with AI sloppy content, where creativity is a second thought, where AI does the heavy lifting while the so-called creator sits there scratching their nutsack. It makes me, oh God. Now, before I smash my whole house up with a hammer, I'm going to crack on with what this film is about.
I hope in your lifetime you never know the truth. The truth is there are monsters out there. And they are coming to get us.
There Are Monsters is a slow burn invasion of the body snatchers style found footage horror thriller directed by a person named Jay Dahl. The story follows Dan, Terry, Jeff, and Beth, who set out to make a documentary for a media studies class about school children and education. I think that's what it was. They travel across rural Nova Scotia, interviewing locals. They notice strange, unsettling behaviour from the people that they encounter. Some blank stares, eerie grins, and people standing with their back to our four filmmakers. It soon becomes clear that these weirdos aren't actually people at all, and that there's something else mimicking humans. Shot in that shaky way that you either come to love or f***ing hate with the found footage genre, the film uses the students' own footage to heighten the immersion and the paranoia. The horror builds through steady and creeping dread as Dan, Terry, Jeff and Beth all find themselves questioning the identity of not only the people that they're encountering, but those amongst their very own group. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I found the film to be an absolute chore to work through. Starting at the top, it didn't know whether it wanted to be a found footage film or not. Sometimes we're seeing footage that is clearly coming from the characters' on-screen cameras. You know, they got the thing cameras up. Then other times, we're seeing footage from the point of view of the characters' actual eyeballs. It was so jarring. As the film went on, it jumped increasingly more often between these two points of view, making an already confusingly shit film even more confusing. The story itself was unclear. I didn't really know what the student filmmakers were doing. There was some dialogue between them and what I assume was their lecturer, but it was so boring and it felt like a distant memory that was pointless by about 20 minutes into the film. And I guess this is one of my main issues with it overall. Other than some random scene where it looked like a little Asian kid had brought a vagina in his packed lunch, and an old woman spewing up a ball of slime, and a man sticking his arms down the throats of two people, nothing else was memorable at all. The characters were all assholes with no distinguishable personalities, other than one was more of an asshole than the other. While I love certain films that don't spoon feed me an explanation as to what the hell is going on, in fact, I adore films such as The Shining and Men and Final Destination 2, just to name a few. But this one just throws its content at the wall in a dark room and gouges your eyes out. And then it hits you in the head with a brick. You just sort of sit there having stuff happen in front of you. And when the end credits roll, you're left shrugging, thinking, I saw a thing on YouTube.
Easy, sweetie. It's true. Men are talking. We're reviewing movies, and I know that that's just a little bit above your speed, but I promise you we will talk about recipes in a minute.
Oh my God.
That
I can't deny that there were a few jump scares that actually did catch me out during the film, 2 in fact, which is an impressive feat, but that's not enough to get me salivating and make me want to watch it again. Other than these 2 jump scares, it's all drab. It picks up and becomes less of a chore towards the end, but then it goes and hits you with, if memory serves me right, and maybe it doesn't, but I think it finishes up with like 3 possible endings. It just could have finished at any point, but it just chucks in something else, and then you're like, oh, is this the end? And then it throws in something else, and you're like, right, okay, is this the end then? All of these potential endings were actually okay, and in context with the rest of the film, I could stretch as far as saying that they were good. But you're left feeling like a few different people had ideas on how to try and end this piece of crap. And to avoid arguments, they went with all of the options in a pathetic attempt to perhaps avoid insulting somebody. In summary, I wouldn't watch it again. You know, it's trying to be scary, but it really isn't. And I hate this person who made the post on Reddit in the first place that has resulted in this, my first foray into being a YouTube celebrity, being spent talking about an absolute pile of utter. I give this film 1 out of 10, and it's only 1 because of the kid bringing a vagina to lunch in school. A very bold move and something I've never seen in a film before, and probably never going to see it again. If you've seen this terrible movie, comment down below what your thoughts are. Maybe you love it. I don't know. Stick something down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Feel free as well if you've seen something that's genuinely scary, or at least a good horror film that I've perhaps not seen. Stick that down in the comments as well, and maybe I'll give it a look sometime.
Pork. Pork can be hairy, right?
Thank you so much for watching, you beautiful, beautiful creature. Much love to you.
And Peas the clown, absurd and loud, reviews the films that scare the crowd.
Quark. Quark can be hairy, right?